Hi, welcome to the first tutorial on the DCAPP application. In a very fast and simple way, the users from DCAPP can set up mobile apps for data collection, which they can then synchronize with their PC or server in order to send all the collected data. With no need of coding, this app allows the users to create their own data collections profile. This is perfect for different activities and tasks such as inventories, assets, transfers, etc. The application allows you to export files using various synchronization methods such as email, to-do-prox account, FTP, among other methods, so that each user can select the most convenient one. You will see that it is an application that is simple to use and configure. So after you install it through Google Play, you must click on it, like we're going to do right now. So the first time you enter after installation, the application asks if you want to the applications to access to photos, media, or the files in device. You click allow. It depends on your device language, of course. And then he asks to select the language. In this case, we are going to select English. So after these two steps, the DCAPP is loading and presents the main screen of our application. As you can see, on the first time you enter, you can see 5 applications that already are available to be seen and used for everyone. Shelf inventory, order entry, basic inventory, all set of applications. You can use one of these. You can create your own application with your own fields or needs, or you can just turn invisible the apps that are on this screen and only show or only stay active the apps that you need. To use is very simple, but just click on, for example, basic inventory. Basic inventory is a very simple app to collect from a barcode or another way of introducing data to collect the item and quantity for it, and collect all the records for each one. If you have a device with a barcode reader, it's very simple. You can use it and introduce like I did now. So it's very simple to use. And you need always also put the quantity and the item itself. Okay, so it is entered, the record is already registered, and the applications ask to introduce the record number 2. As you can see in the top, there's an export button. Why? Because the main goal of this application is to collect data to after the collection, we can export the data to another computer or server to be used in another application. So we are going to make more collect more items. So we can put on this way and make different kind of entries. Okay, as you can going to collect the data, you can see besides the icon to export, the records. If you click on records, you can see all the items and the quantity that we already introduced into this inventory. Okay, so if we go back to the main screen, you can see on the icon of basic inventory that there are 3 records that need to be synchronized. If you click it to be synchronized, a message appears informing that the operation was completed. The file was exported with success. But the file now is on the download folder of your device. It's not already available to be exported to another device. How can we change that? Very simple. In this screen, you have here in the lower corner on the right a gear button. You can click, and we have three main options. We click on synchronization methods, and as you can see, we have 6 kinds of synchronization methods to import or export data. Miscommunicator, email app, that you can use the application from your device to manage email SMTP, FTP, or just like a Dropbox account. That's the way that we are going to use right now. We choose export method Dropbox, and as you can see, a configuration button appears on the right, and we can click, and it asks to introduce our Dropbox information. Remember, the device needs to be connected to the internet to all the synchronizations methods. So we are going to introduce our information to access to Dropbox. We have connected successfully, and now we are able to collect or export to Dropbox. If you access to the Dropbox on your Dropbox, you can see that already created a brief folder, name applications, and then data collection app. That's DCAPP makes a folder with this name where it puts all the files that we are going to export. So if we go back to the main screen and click here, export, it's exporting data, and the data was all put in the Dropbox account. If we're going to see if it's already there, okay, it's here. It's one made yesterday, but just now I can delete this. This one is no need to be here, but as you can see, now we have here a CSV file with all the information. Basic inventory, all the numbers that we can configure, and if you click on it, you see all the entries that we have made with the readings of our barcodes. Okay, it has the date, for example, the time that was made, and other information that we can manage to configure. Okay, so this is a very simple way to collect and to export data using this terminal. You can manage to see or put active or not active all the applications. To do that, you can click on Manage App. You're going to open the Apps Manager, and as you can see all the 5 applications. If you click not basically, for example, you don't want to see assets tracking, you just click on it. It opens the editor for this app. We can change icon, the name, and other options that we are going to see later. But in the app status, you can click, and it's only going to not be visible. Okay, it's going to be invisible. So if you go back to the main screen, as you can see, the app is not no more in the main screen. Okay. So besides exporting in data to a Dropbox account, we can do other things, like, for example, in the app manager, we are going to the basic inventory. That was the app that we are using. It is active, and on the options fields, we have here the possibility to add fields. We can show what kind of information that we want to put on the export the file. As you could see here, I'm going to show you again the file. It was a lot of information that can be configured just like here. You can have the ID of the terminal, you can put it visible or not, the time of the system, the date of the system, the app ID, a stamp, or you can remove all of this and put only that you want to export to a file, okay? Or even you can order the presentation of fields, okay? Quantity and item, if, for example, I want to put item in the first place, it's just doing this, and item is going to show in the first place. Okay, so it's a very simple way to use this kind of configuration. To finish this first tutorial, just show you where you can manage the terminal configuration. Very simple. The terminal ID, you imagine you can have several terminals. You can name it here. It's going to put this information on the file when we are exporting it. A description, a pin code. What is the need of a pin code to access these configurations? Okay, so if we define here a pin code, it's going to ask us in the future to put it to access the configurations, and we can change the language. We've made that choice in the beginning, but you can change in the middle to another language, and the DCAPP works with all of these languages as you can see. Okay, so it's going to ask us if you don't put a pin code. It's a very just a warning message, a very simple way. Okay, so when we export, the information is going to be to the location that we have defined. Remember, we have here the demo mode. DCAPP in demo mode only allows to collect up to 10 records per application. If you want to register SysDev to make more records, to use another features from DCAPP, you can go to sysdevdcapp.com and buy a license. That is very easy and simple, and license it very easily and quickly. Hope you like it. See you.